For the best medical and paramedical lectures, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to stay connected with us.
Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Today we are going to learn about Guillain-Barré syndromes. Guillain-Barré syndrome is an autoimmune attack on peripheral nerves myelin. The result is acute rapid segmental demyelination of peripheral nerves. The annual incidence of Guillain-Barré syndrome is 1 to 2 cases per 1 lakh people, and it is more frequent in male between the age 16 and 25 years of age and those older than 55 years. Definition: it is the disorder in which the body immune system attack of the peripheral nervous system. It is an acute progressive autoimmune inflammatory demyelination of polyneuropathy of the peripheral sensory motor nerves and nerve roots. Guillain-Barré syndrome is also known as acute idiopathic polyradiculonephritis, acute idiopathic polynephritis, French polio, Landry's ascending paralysis, and Landry's Guillain-Barré syndromes. Next, etiology: bacterial infection, then viral infection. In a viral infection, influenza virus, cytomegalovirus, Zika virus, etc. Surgery, blood transfusion and transplantation, several drugs, preceding heat stroke, preceding vaccination, rarely the influenza vaccines during childhood vaccination. Pathophysiology: due to the any type of the etiological factor or contamination of water, it goes to the pathogens plus immature antigen preceding cells. Due to that, innate our immune response, the pathogen and immature antigen preceding cell, it cause MCH mature differentiated antigen preceding cell and migrate to lymph nodes. Activated CD4 cells in the same time activated B cell and cell mediated plus humoral response. Humoral immunity response goes to the pathogen and the host have identical amino acid sequence. Antigen in its capsule are shared with nerves. CD4 cells. CD4 cells are white blood cells that play an important role in our immune system. CD4 cells, sometimes also known as T cells. Due to the humoral immunity response, antibody produce an activation of complement system and pathogenesis of bacteria, and it goes to the molecular mimicry. Due to the molecular mimicry, the antibodies that produce a cross react with myelinated lymphocytes and macrophages circulating in bloods and find myelin. Due to that, the lymphocytic infiltration of spinal root and peripheral nerves. Macrophages mediated multifocal stripping of the myelin axonal damage. Due to the myelin axonal damage, defect the propagations of electrical nerves impulse with eventual conduction is blocked. Due to the eventual conduction block, it goes to the Guillain-Barré syndromes. Next, classification. First, acute inflammatory demyelinating polyneuropathy. Second type is Miller-Fisher syndrome MFS, acute motor axonal neuropathy AMAN, acute motor sensory axonal neuropathy, and last is a acute panatomic neuropathy. First, acute inflammatory demyelinating polyneuropathy. It is a most common autoimmune response against the Schwann cell. The immune response damage the myelin coating and interfere with the transaminations of nerve signals. Second one is Miller-Fisher syndrome. It is a rare and variant manifested as a descending paralysis, usually affect the eye muscles first and presented with the trait of ophthalmoplasia, ataxia. Miller-Fisher syndrome is a rare acquired nerve disease that is geographically variables of Guillain-Barré syndrome observed in about 1 to 5% of all Guillain-Barré syndromes cases in Western countries, yet up 90% and 25% in Japan. Third one is acute motor axonal neuropathy. It is also known as a Chinese paralytic syndrome. It attacks motor neurons of Ranvier, prevalent in China and Mexico. Fourth, acute motor sensory axonal neuropathy. It is similar in acute motor axonal neuropathy. It affects the sensory with several axonal damage. The axonal themselves are damaged by the immune response. Fifth, acute pneumothoracic neuropathy. It is the most rare variant of Guillain-Barré syndromes, sometimes accompanied by the encephalopathy. Frequently occurring symptoms include impaired sweating, lack of tear formation, photophobia, dryness of nasal and oral mucosa, itching and peeling of skin, nausea, dysphagia, and constipation, undelivered by laxative or alternating with diarrhea. Initially, non-specific symptoms of lethargy, fatigue, headache, then decreased initiative are followed by automatic symptoms include orthostatic lightheadedness, blurring of vision, abdominal pain, diarrhea, dryness of eyes, and disturbed micturition. Clinical features: pain, progressive muscle weakness, diminished reflexes of lower extremity, prickling and tingling sensation, low blood pressure, paresthesis, tenderness and muscles pain. Weakness usually being in the legs and spread to the arms and body. Feeling of pins and needle and numbness are common. These are due to the damage to sensory nerves that signals to feeling from the arms and joints. The tinglings may be painful and the muscles may also hurt. The symptoms usually present for the first 2 weeks, but the progression may last as little as 1 day or as long as 4 weeks. Other clinical features is palpitation, heart rate changes, sweating abnormalities, cardiac arrhythmia, neuromuscular respiratory failure, difficulty in eye movement, facial movement, chewing, speaking or swallowing. Most people only have symptoms in their arms and legs, but severely affect the people have more serious symptoms, difficulty in swallowing and become breathlessness. They become unable to empty their bladder and bowel. Their pulse rate may go too fast or too slow, and the blood pressure may rise to high or fall to low. Next, diagnostic evaluation, medical history collection, then physical examination and test is. First test is nerve conduction studies. In a nerve conduction studies, electrodes are tapped to the skin above your nerves. A small shock is passed through the nerves, and to measure the speed of the nerve signals. Next test is CSF examinations. A small amount of fluids is withdrawn from the spinal canal in your lower backs. The fluid is tested for the type of changing that commonly occur in the people who have Guillain-Barré syndromes. Next is electromyography. In electromyography, the thin needles electrodes are inserted into the muscles your doctor wants to the study. The electrodes measure to the nerve activities in the muscles. Next, medical management. First is a plasmapheresis, means plasma exchange. The immune system produces a protein, it's called antibodies, that normally attacks harmful foreign substance such as bacteria and viruses. Guillain-Barré occur when your immune system mistakenly makes antibody that attacks the healthy nerves of your nervous system. The plasma exchange is instead to remove the antibodies attacking the nerves from your bloods. During this procedure, the blood is removed from your body by the machine. This machine removes the bloods on your bodies. Next management is high dose immunoglobulin therapy. In this therapy, high dose of immunoglobulin can also help block the antibodies causing Guillain-Barré. Immunoglobulin contains normal healthy antibodies from the donors. Plasmapheresis and intravenous immunoglobulin are equally effective. It's up you and your doctor to decide which treatment is best. Then after, mechanical ventilator, pain control, means to give a relaxation therapy and analgesic. Then supportive care. In a supportive care, respiratory care, if the patient is on ventilator, do the suctioning can be done if required. Then after exercise, means diaphragmatic breathing, insertive and spirometry, glosopharyngeal breathing, chest mobilize. Then speech therapy. In a speech therapy, stimulations of laryngeal muscles with quick eyes following by stretch and resistance to the motions of laryngeal elevation, and promote control exhalation during speech which with resistance breathing exercise. Next, nursing assessment, means nursing management. First is assessment. Acute onset, hours or weeks of progressive, usually ascending muscles weakness and fasciculation, possibly leading to paralysis. Maximum weeks in reach within 2 weeks. Paresthesia and painful sensation. Paresthesia is often symptoms of an underlying neurological disease or traumatic nerve damage. Paresthesia can be caused by disorder of affecting central nervous system. Next, possible hypoventilation due to the chest muscles weakness, difficulty with swallowing, chewing, speech and gag, indicating fifth trigeminal and ninth glossopharyngeal cranial nerves movement, reduce or absent deep tendon reflexes, position and vibratory percussion. Nursing diagnosis: ineffective breathing pattern, impaired physical mobility, impaired verbal communication, altered nutrition, less than body requirement, pain and anxiety, nursing intervention, maintaining respiration, preventing immobility and complication, encourage ample nutrition, relieving pain, maintain communication, relieving anxiety. I hope you all are learn very well and thank you so much.
Do like, leave a comment, and share with your friends.